These girls are 15. Shut it down. Shut it down. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin.
Chapter 5, The Night He Came Home, which, when I was looking at the episode list, the word home was in a separate line, so I thought it just said The Night He Came. And I was like,
Fuck Tyler. Well, and he's dead. I hate him.
Yeah.
And Greg didn't pull through for me.
No, Greg didn't pull through.
They made sure to keep him a hair because he started to kind of be like,
yeah.
But, and also
he was also
wearing a sweater.
He was wearing a blue sweatshirt.
We know one thing about him.
Yeah. He was vaguely trying to, disperse the tension and everything, but
I wasn't loving it.
Tyler was well on his way to becoming a college football rapist, so
Tabby hit the wall. Understandable. It was very heavy-handed. It was very, I understand that everything that she's saying and everything that she's fighting for is righteous and good and true. But frankly, I understand that we get to that place by art imitates life, imitates art. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There was a Ryan Murphy quality to her.
I'm so glad you said that, because I have this issue with every single teen show when they do a Halloween episode. A millennial at best wrote this episode of television. At best. It was easily a Gen X or a boomer. All of those Halloween costumes. Every single one of them was from easily 10 years at least before these children are supposed to be born.
I will see you and raise you that the newer kids now, the Z.
Yeah.
Well, when they're not in the TikTok, I think that they're a more grounded, earthy group of kids.
So are they going back?
I think they are more so than we were in this really, as evidenced by the Spice Girl costumes in 1999. We were in a real MTV circle jerk, where it was very Josie and the Pussycats, where whatever was the new hot thing.
I want a Big Mac.
Ooh, that's jerkin'. Ooh, that's dirty. You know what I mean? I think that was the millennial experience, and I think these kids are far more, because for a second I was like, this dude does not know who Freddie Mercury is, and then I was like, well, he does, because Bohemian Rhapsody, and they would be the ones watching that. And also I think it's like Big Little Lies, where it's like her 9-year-old kid is playing fucking
Leon Bridges.
Yeah.
That little girl has so many feelings inside her that The River by Leon Bridges is the only thing that can let it out.
That girl is the one rolling her eyes at the Kate Bush Renaissance happening now.
Yeah. Okay, all right, fine.
No, and also we're dealing with the thing, which
but you also we both made an excellent point, and you're right to your Ryan Murphy point, where it's one of the writers that we really was the issue with Ryan Murphy is that he is a boomer who is writing millennial gays, and millennial gays don't act that way or talk that way anymore.
You can't find the quote, can you?
I can't. It's going to take me so long. I think it was Jacob, right?
It was Jacob, and
it was
American
so
Horror
funny.
Story Apocalypse.
I
remember
don't
the
know how to
episode.
find it. But it's it's so out of time. These things they're saying they are current and relevant, but the way they're being said are so out of time. Everything out of Tyler's mouth, I was like, did Tucker Carlson write these lines? What?
Well, so which brings to question, who is the audience? Because our theory is Riverdale's audience is us. Riverdale's audience is millennials who watched, the teen stuff in the 90s and 2000s.
Right.
And so if that's the case for here, which I think it mildly is, it really puts me at war with the production, with the fact that they're the fact that you're coming down extremely heavy-handed with your social justice stuff, but then at the same time using these toxic tropes, underage drinking, sex, drugs, all that stuff. It makes me feel weird because it's like,
it is bold to have all of the social justice stuff coming from also one character, and then identifying that she is coming across as an aggressive Black woman, and then doubling down on that somehow as well is very interesting to me. I don't know if that's on purpose. And again, she has every right to be as mad as she is and at Tyler and the whole football team specifically because, as I mentioned, it is confirmed that she's been drugged at a party.
Now, and actually, she has yet to say it. So still has not been confirmed. She said
something happened to me.
That's not confirmation.
She got drugged at the party.
You're the pedantic one.
Okay. Regardless, I think it's a really weird thing they're doing. And it's not even the weirdest thing that they were doing in this episode. And I would love an explanation. I would love an explanation or like
explain yourself
or like an exploration of it moving forward.
Chip apologized for filming her woman.
Yeah. Female gaze thing.
I couldn't think of a pun. And she seemed to take it. And actually, my single favorite thing she did all episode was he was like, "Do you want to get like out of here and watch your favorite movie?" And she was like, "I need to be here for Imogen.
Yeah,
if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends."
Yeah,
we love to see it. We did open up. Speaking of Spice Girls, zombie Spice Girls, ahead of the curve there.
It's true.
That was very 2000 teens where it's like, I'm a dead this.
Yeah.
They made Angela put some real loose dog.
They like made her throw a bag. Where they were like not dump sacking his house. They just were like, throw this bag of wet dog shit at his door. To which he called the police. Just a dude.
But the person, it sounded like a man's voice, was like, "Michael, call the cops." And I was sort of like, "Who's Michael? What's that?"
Maybe just another reference. Maybe a Michael Myers reference.
Yeah, they drove off
and left her.
In my opinion, they were not nice to Angela.
No. Also, they like handed her a sack of dog shit without telling her what it was first. Like
again, though, it was sludge. How did they get it in the bag?
A fair question.
Theron is still going in on Karen/Kelly.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. It's real.
It's very you called it off screen.
Yeah.
It's very Jenna Kavanaugh can see.
Is she blind?
Because didn't that go like seasons?
It was like never. It was at one point she could see again, but she was still pretending to be blind, and then she got actually blinded again.
I don't, of course. Just kidding. But am I?
Yeah. It's very a lot.
So I feel like that's what we're getting there. Martha's off her rocker.
Yeah. She's on some sort of medication that Kelly.
So I know it's the point of this episode, and I'm sure I'll be eating my words, but I'm inclined to believe that Kelly is Kelly at this point.
Okay.
And that was just sort of a red herring.
Sure.
Because it also does make... I'm sticking by there's a third one out there somewhere.
I'm not against that.
We're going to find a way.
Yeah.
So...
We have to talk about Minnie.
Mouse.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go all the way to the end of the story, which is that she has a box of photographs, which she evidently takes with each individual person she does this with.
They're different men?
One of them was a woman. There are hundreds of photographs, dozens at the very least, but tons of photographs. So this is just such a weird, dark hole for her to be going down.
So first we were like, oh God, he's like a predator. And then we were like, no, this is her birth father. And she had a sister. And she's like trying to learn more about her sister from this man. And then we were like, oh no.
Because then she looks at a missing flyer that says this girl, Rachel, is missing. So she is basically, I don't know if she's seeking them out or if she has some sort of like warped OnlyFans page where like
I think it's that because when he was talking to her, her screen had a
mouse,
a filter on it. So I'm almost sort of like, did he even see her face until they met?
I don't think so. It's really weird. So like I said, I don't know if she's seeking these people out or if she has some sort of thing set up where like they can seek her out. but she is posing as the missing or dead children of, again, at least dozens of people.
Some of them could be repeat.
Still though. It's like a really like serial killery box of trophies that she has. It's very weird. And the guy was really creepy too. I don't know, really sketchy. It was weird all around. And then she got high with Ash.
I did love her little Halloween costume fashion show.
Yeah.
And
creepy.
It was so creepy. But her Dorothy was cute. Her Princess Leia was even cuter. And it was those horrible at the time, like in 1990, where you were like Barbie. And so you had this terrible plastic mask and then a plastic smock that just had a picture of Barbie on it.
Yeah.
And that counted as a costume. Yeah. So it was like a level up from that, but it was the plastic masks. Every single one of them had it. And it was a Dorothy plastic mask. It was a Princess Leia plastic mask. So she ended up going as Wendy from Casper.
Witch, yeah.
It felt like he requested that. Or no, she had chosen it based on the...
No, because he was like, send me some options and I'll pay for it all. So he also spent, $100 or $2 on these like 6 costumes that she tried on.
Like an escort, like
15!
A dead child escort.
And she's 15. She's all I can have in my head is that the Will Ferrell. She's only 14.
The song's about a girl and her age is 14. And then it cuts back to Kate McKinnon.
1 and 1 equals 11. Jesus!
She's 12.
Oh, brother.
Like I said, Farron in a really great Poison Ivy costume. And also, nobody's gay. We went from having like 7 potential gays to none. Because I remember in the first episode when you were like, well, clearly Mouse and Ash are gay. And I was like, oh, I just kind of thought he was flirting with her. And you were like, no.
I didn't believe it. But they're kissing. Henry's kissing Farron. No gays. No gay to speak of.
What happened to Ash?
Oh, she left him upstairs to go get snacks, and then they got in the conversation with Tyler, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still up there?
He must just still be probably fell asleep.
Just high and sleeping up there. We mentioned Tyler got killed, but he after Tabby broke his nose.
Amazing.
It was really great. But he then went and poked at it in the mirror and then peed. It was the worst. But all of his slurs there at the end, where when the guy came into the bathroom and he was like, "Wait your turn, homo," that cracked me up. He threw down the R word and you were like, gotta go.
Plus,
and it was a brutal kill.
It was pretty brutal.
Strangling.
Especially, first he smashed his face into the wall again, and then, but he also was in the bathroom where Davy killed herself, and that also said "keep out, off limits" on the outside. So he's just all around.
I was kind of waiting for A to pull his head off.
Kind of, me too.
Really Lee.
And then blessedly he did a nice thing for Imogen, which he took the body away.
That I think is one of my favorite, is the way that A is just traipsing about.
Yeah.
Practically Mama's coming out. Not he's doing a song and dance as he's doing it. He's also keeping
a trunk full of memorabilia in Imogen's basement.
Which one clocked it?
Farron was upstairs. Oh no, then Tabby clocked it if she was in the basement. Yeah.
But she ended up not opening it or whatever. They were having the party because they were trying to raise money so that Imogen can keep the house. It seems like a plot that we would poke all kinds of holes in, but I'm sort of what must that house cost in this podunk?
It can't be that much. There's no way in this dead town that the property taxes are through the roof. Well, and it's it's also just do this every month. You think these kids aren't going to shell out for beer?
Well, and furthermore, I mean, with the way that they are instructing us to feel about the town, it's so kind of rundown and close knit that I feel like she has to know who the person at the bank who would be get a job, find a way to pay money. We'll let you keep the house that your mother killed herself in.
Pay what you can
with your baby. Still no mention as to who the father is, but it might have something to do at the confirmed bonfire where
because Tabby says to Imogen, something happened. There was a party with a bonfire. Something happened to me. And then Imogen says something happened to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking she got raped.
Madame Giry, told Farron that Kelly was a self-harmer.
Yeah. That part's not funny.
No. But then after Farron was wearing, did I just say this? She was wearing a really great poison ivy. And I really liked Kelly's Annabelle. That was fun too.
It was really fun. She was also making out with Greg, which is worth noting.
Yeah, and Farron was like, that is the confirmation that you are Karen. And I was
like, in point of fact, I would way more imagine that Greg was being gross.
Yeah, I was like, I just sort of believe that Kelly's like, my time to shine. Like
either that,
of like the 7 pieces of evidence that is like in the bottom 2 for me.
No, of course, because it's either Kelly's like ha ha ha, or Greg is like, I miss Karen. Will you kiss me?
Greg.
I don't think he misses Karen.
But I just feel like he gets it in. Like,
sure. Yeah.
My dirtbag.
And what better way to get over your dead girlfriend than making out with her twin sister? She's out of Black Swan again.
Oh, yeah.
That's the funny
for
part.
The 37th time.
Who else in this high school company, in this dying steel town, there's already too many ballerinas, for sure. Who else is going to do it? Because now Kelly has the lead back, but Kelly was always the white swan. Because that was the whole thing in the first episode, is that Karen didn't get the black swan.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly's always been the lead in this show. Since minute 1. I don't understand.
To our understanding. I'm sure we'll get so many comments explaining
sure.
the minutia of the plot that we didn't get.
One of those twins has always been the lead of this ballet.
So, okay, yeah, Ash, or not Ash, Wes.
Mm.
It is, so if she is 15, there is no reality where she needs to be speaking to her 36-year-old boss other than, like, good morning and good night.
Yeah, and like, hey, can you make more popcorn?
And he, I don't
I will accept that Mouse is the youngest. Like, if Mouse is 15 and the rest of them are like at least 16, I'll be fine. But then also the like potential implications of Imogen's pregnancy, if they are all currently 15, woof.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't with that.
Anyways.
Imogen also got in touch with somebody who knew Angela, and so he wants to meet her in person. He like called her back. And Mouse stayed out all night, even though she wasn't supposed to, and her nice mom was angry at her.
Yeah, she like had a bunch of like missing text, and finally the last one was like, I'm calling the police, and she's like, I'm fine, and then blocked her. And it's like, I don't know that blocking your hysterical, overprotective parents is the solution that you think it is.
Definitely not.
So,
but I think that is then mostly the end of it. I guess we'll see if there's any fallout from the Tyler thing. I don't know how much, like, I mean, there's his blood is upstairs, but yeah, who knows?
So, okay.
All right.
Well, we'll be back to 6.
Yeah.
6 and 7. We're almost caught up.
Bye.